camp going? I know you had to move to different spots last year, but now you're officially in your spot. How do you feel? How comfortable do you feel right there, and how you feel like you've done in camp so far?
Oh, it feels good. I think I'm doing a pretty decent job at Mike right now. But at Mike, you got to learn the whole defense. So I still know certain position in case the player ever go down. And I got backups behind me, so I know I can just depend on them.
How was that battle behind you? I've seen Gross take some snaps and Page take some snaps, and even Jet was in Mike today. How's that deal?
It's good. It's a good deal. We got Jet coming from Will and going to Mike, and then we got Rodney playing Will and Mike. So we know we can depend on one of them to step up if I go down, and then got Deshaun back there too. So it's a good roster, good deal.
You guys have to get out and defend the running backs, in the past, Skelly and that sort of stuff. Who are some guys maybe that have stood out to you that are doing a good job on the running back side?
On the running back side, I say all of them, to be honest. They all running good routes. I know the young guy, Bull, that's his nickname, but I know he like to run a lot of wheels and stuff, and I'll be out to run with him. A lot of tiring, but they stand out. But all of them stand out to me a lot.
How good can this defense be? How good can this defense be this year?
We believe in each other, and we stand with each other. We can be really good this year.
Do you feel any pressure to replace a guy like Errol Thompson, and how do you put that in the back of your mind when you come in and take this spot?
To be honest, since I was lined up behind him last year, I always been a lot of pressure. Stepping up behind him. I know I got big shoes to fill, but right now, I'm just looking forward to it.
What's Arnett like in year 2?
Arnett in year 2, after year 1, got to know him a lot better, and now I'm really getting to know him a lot better because year 2, he's just a fun guy to be around. He coaches really hard, and I love about him.
We got a glimpse of a little bit in that video they put out on Twitter. What is your relationship like with Aaron? It seemed like you guys were getting along pretty well. Just kind of describe what that relationship is like and how it translates to the field.
Since we came in freshman, we always been roommates. So, just being around that guy, he bring me energy, I bring him energy, and we come on the field, we just play for each other. We brothers, so like that.
Have you seen him kind of try to step up in a bit of a leadership role this year as well?
Yeah, I think he stepped up a big role. He got a big role to step up. He a captain of our defense right now. He playing a big role for us. He coming back, and so big player.
In terms of bringing the energy, what is it like to be in pads today for the first time? Is it how was guys moving around there today, and what was the energy like today?
It was a lot of energy today. Even though it was hot, but it was a lot of energy out here. First day putting back on pads and late April, early April, so it was a good time to get some pads on and get it popping.
What are some things I guess you try to tell yourself? I mean, it's hot. You guys are only getting started this month to kind of push through it and get to the regular season.
All you can do is just push through it. That hot, it get to you, but you just gotta fight through it. It's all about the bulldog mentality.
When you see Mississippi State baseball win a national championship and bring something like that back to Starkville, does that inspire you guys a little bit to think, what, if they can do it, maybe we can do something similar?
Most definitely. It inspires a lot. Baseball team, congratulations them guys, by the way. Winning in Omaha and then coming back, celebrating with the town and all. It brings a lot to the football program, so, we got to step up and do it this year.
Just talk about the first day in pads and soldiering through that.
Hey, the first day in pads, it was real hot, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I thought I wasn't gonna make it through the day, but I did, and I felt like we was doing a lot different than what we usually do, but it was usually the same, and we just got through the day and made the best of it.
How are you feeling about the strength of the D-line right now?
I feel great about the strength of the D-line because we're all healthy, we all doing our best, we all, learning new strategies to do what we got to do.
So you guys have Leach Beach, you have all this stuff in the summer. How does that kind of prepare you for the grind of camp?
I don't know. It just gets your body right and your joints right. And I feel like our slanting and stuff and doing the stuff in the sand is really, making your joints realize that you'll be doing different things in the game that you'll really be doing, in the summer with workouts, with just runs and stuff like that.
How's that experience playing strong side DM?
I like it a lot. I came from inside to outside, and I feel like I'm doing a great job and making best of what I can do.
Bringing in Jordan Davis to this D-line. How important a piece is he, and what is he like off the field as well?
JD, he's a fun and cool guy, and on the field, he's a little clumsy and likes to play a lot. But out the field, he's way clumsy and funny and play tremendously a lot. And like he's just really a cool guy, and he's a guy that you would want to be around to joke around and have as a brother and things like that.
Is Mississippi State a tougher football team than they were a year ago, and if so, how so?
I feel like we're a tougher team because we're really getting to know each other more. We're getting to bond and get together more, and I just feel like we're coming together and building a stronger relationship with each other and getting right on the field.
Coach mentioned you stepping up a little bit as a leader. I mean, what are some things, I guess, in the offseason or now that you try to do to step up in that way?
I'm really trying to, help the younger guys and, be a bigger person on the field as, encouraging people to step up and, not try to lack around whenever we're on the field or whenever we're in the meetings and stuff like that, making sure they're they're staying active on what they're doing, staying locked in whenever we're listening to the coach and stuff, and making sure that they know what they're doing on the field.
Well, pushing and shoving out there today too. I know the temperatures and everything gets a little bit hot at times. Is that just kind of part of football? And when it gets to the locker room, is it all over with? And how do you kind of handle that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I feel like it just just came from the heat, and everybody just out their mind at the time. But whenever we come back together in the locker room, everybody just at the end of the day, we're all family. So we just get back together like a brotherhood, and everything's cool.
How you feeling out there, getting a chance to get out there and be in the spot, defensive end? Got some praise from Mike Leach after the first practice. Just how you feel like you've done so far?
I feel like I done good. I feel like I done came real far from where I was last year. Last year I felt like it was just a mental game for me. Finding my confidence, finding my rhythm, especially with it being my first time in D1. So it was just all about the mental game. And now that it come down to this year, I feel like it's all about the nitty-gritty. So now that I'm here, it's all about the mental game. I'm all about it. And I feel way more comfortable with me having my hand in the dirt, honestly.
Coming here and playing D1 for the first time. What made you choose Mississippi State out of Colin?
Of course, everybody knows it's very family oriented. But I always tell people I was the one that God gave everything to, and He took it away in the blink of an eye. So me coming down here, seeing all the players, seeing actually everybody out here, and I always tell this one story when I seen Willie Gay working out by himself. And I asked who was that out on the field, and they was like, that's Willie Gay. He out here getting that extra work. When I seen him getting in that extra work, then I seen other players getting in that extra work. So I felt like everybody was on the same page. I felt like everybody wanted to get into tune with what they had going on.
When they moved you last year to put your hand on the ground, I know that was a process. What was your process like during that time, whether it be learning the position, getting comfortable there, while you weren't getting as much playing time that you probably would have liked?
At times, it was just me just being humble, just learning. At times, just learning. That's all I could do was just honestly just learn, just sit back and learn. And as I know, your time gonna come. When your time comes, just take full advantage. And that's why I come so hard now.
Zach Arnett's a guy, if we expect a lot from you guys, what's it like to play for him?
With Coach Arnett, it's all full throttle. You either full throttle or you out of the play. So shoot, with that being said, like I said, all full throttle. Everybody heads to the ball, all 11 heads to the ball. And I'm all a guy, I have a high motor. So Coach always said, run to the ball. So I always been that sideline to sideline type of guy. And I feel like with my teammates, everybody else, they the same type of players with the same type of motor. And with that being just Coach Arnett, shoot, he's just a very aggressive man. And with you playing on this defense, you have to be a very aggressive guy. You have to.
What difference have you seen in the offense this year going against those guys? Have you seen a better difference than you saw last year? Or what's your thoughts on that?
I feel like it's a way different because everybody for one has their chemistry, and without chemistry, you can't win any game. Then I feel like with the O-line I feel like they came way better than what they came last year. Everybody more tuned in, everybody more aggressive, everybody more sized on. With Will Rogers, like I said, Will always been a good guy. Will always been the team captain. Will always been the standout guy. So with Will being on our side, with Jaden being on our side, with Joe Morris being on our side, with just all the freshmen that was there last year, with all the sophomores, juniors, everybody coming together on that offense, I feel like it's been way better, way better.